All right, we're back, and we're going to talk now about Pokemon Colosseum. This one's from Nintendo for the GameCube.
It's TBG.
Yeah? Explain TBG.
Turn-based garbage.
Oh, right, okay. Yes, this is the new genre that you've created.
Right. Do you think they're turn-based, though, because they originated from the Game Boy Advance?
Yes.
Game Boy?
From the Game Boy.
Okay, but now we're not on the Game Boy anymore.
I know.
Wouldn't it be fun if you could actually release...
Be the monster and then fight in
explode these
real time.
balls,
right.
And then just kind of battle each other?
Well, it might be fun,
that would be fun.
But it wouldn't be what Pokemon...
I mean, I'm going out on a limb there.
This is the first time that you're actually playing a role-playing game around Pokemon. The N64 Pokemon Stadium games were really just battle games where you could fight the Pokemons that you collected and have them keep fighting. Exactly.
Unfortunately, not controlling any of the characters.
Well, that's the style of gameplay that they've chosen for the series. Now, this time they've added a bit of a story around everything. It's a little bit darker.
I personally find no fun whatsoever in just doing this.
You can choose to play the game that way.
And win.
Well,
and win.
At the beginning. It's very simplified at the beginning to sort of get you into the game.
Okay,
but as you fight tougher and tougher Pokemon, you're going to have, and tougher Pokemon trainers, you're going to have to, you know, use some of the other skills that you collect along the way. Another thing that they've added to this game, which is in keeping with the Ruby and Sapphire GBA games, you can have 2-on-2 battles, so you can have, you know, like a tiny army of Pokemon against another tiny army of Pokemon. You also get a Colosseum mode in the game. That's where the name of the game comes from, where it's just all battles, just like Stadium, where you can import Pokemon from your Ruby and Sapphire Game Boy Advance cartridges and have them fight. You can also play with your friends. They have to use Game Boy Advances to link up and do all that cable thing like Final Fantasy Chronicles.
But, you know, there's not enough, like, it's not the Madden football of Pokemon.
No,
you know,
you're right. You're absolutely
play Madden football, there's a gazillion things you could do. So maybe I can slightly look past the turn-based strategy part, okay? But why do they have to have all of the constant reading?
Yes, I knew the complaint about reading.
I want to be told the story. If I went to a movie...
You wouldn't want to read through a movie?
No, and that's why I hate foreign films. I will say this. Can I talk about a positive thing?
Yes, you can, actually. Okay. It would be very different.
There would be different.
Yeah.
The positive thing, which I was excited about, is they actually, although it is kind of MIDI, but they actually used orchestral music.
I like the music
in the game.
It was very nice.
And they did a good job of the music, and it was nice to see it. Fans of the series are going to love it, but I got to give it a 5.
I'm going to give it a 6 out of 10. I have to be honest, I prefer playing Pokemon games on the Game Boy Advance. On the positive side, this is the first time we're getting a 3D RPG Pokemon on the consoles. The music was pretty cool, and you can upload all of your saved Pokemon from Ruby or Sapphire.
On the negative side, if you don't like turn-based games, you're definitely not going to like this one. Although all the Pokemon presentation and gameplay has been updated, it just doesn't seem like it was enough. And the only way to play Pokemon multiplayer is if you have a bunch of GBAs hooked up to your system.